So as you guys know, I choose to use Apple HomeKit for my smart home ecosystem of choice. And I really love HomeKit. I think it works fluidly for people in the Apple ecosystem, and I don't have a lot of frustrations with it. However, there are improvements that could be made going forward in future updates for HomeKit to make it a better user experience for the end consumer. And in today's video, I'm gonna list my top 7 items that I would add to HomeKit, aka we're gonna call this my top 7 wish list for items that should be added to HomeKit. I hope you guys can get some value out of today's video. Drop a comment if I missed anything, and let's dive straight into the video. So the first thing that I wish Apple would add to HomeKit is the ability to allow guest mode. So I run my HomeKit home as the admin of the home, so I create the automations, I set up all the devices, and I have complete control of everything that happens. However, if I have family members that are coming to stay with me and I don't want them to have full access to my home, I wish that was a feature that could be allowed. I want to add them to my HomeKit platform so they can take advantage of turning on the lights and doing things of that nature, but I don't want them to be able to access automations. I don't want them to be able to access my cameras. Think about it. If you have a nanny or a babysitter coming over, do you want them to have full admin potential to your Apple smart home? No, right? I don't think you do. So having a guest mode would be truly awesome for allowing people to use smart home capabilities without giving them full access to your home. The second item on my list is going to be a data log and history. So I've recently been messing around with Home Assistant, and there's some great features to Home Assistant that Apple doesn't have in HomeKit. And I've heard from the developers aspect that there is actually a HomeKit log built into HomeKit. However, from the main graphical user interface, you can't access this log. It would be great to see a history of when doors were unlocked and locked, when the last time the garage door was open, and who accessed these items. Not only from a security standpoint, but just having peace of mind knowing who's entering and who's exiting and at what time this is going on would be a great addition to HomeKit. And I think it's already built into the code, so it shouldn't be that much harder. I wonder why Apple isn't currently allowing it for the end consumer, because it would truly be helpful. And even if it's not right on the graphical user interface, I'm sure they could easily build it into the settings. That's my second request, and it comes from the Home Assistant community. The third item on my wish list is going to be backups and the ability to store HomeKit codes. So there's actually a developer, Aaron Pierce, that solves this problem. He has an app called HomePass, and you're able to log all of your HomeKit codes in one app in case something happens to your HomeKit home, so that you can easily access them and reset up your smart home. Many manufacturers will put the HomeKit code on the actual device or in the packaging, and that doesn't make it easy to get to in a pinch of time. We want to make sure that we have our HomeKit code easy and ready to go, and if some reason we don't have that HomeKit code, we want to have a backup of it, and that's what HomePass is great for. But more than that, I wish that we had complete backups to our HomeKit home. That way we don't have to go ahead and reset up everything from scratch and spend hours and hours of our own time resetting up our HomeKit home in case something happened, and that's what a backup would be great for. Again, Home Assistant offers something very, very similar, and I've been working in Home Assistant and I've created a backup and just been easily able to restore it, and I think Apple should do something similar. There's great ideas that we can take from other platforms, and I hope Apple is able to implement them. So the third item on my wish list is backups and the ability to store HomeKit codes. Item number 4 on the wish list, more access in our dashboards. It would be great if we could add complete customization to our dashboard. If we wanted to have a wall-mounted iPad, we can customize our dashboard for that. If we want to have Spotify controls straight from our dashboard, that would be awesome. If we could change the type of icons, so for a Christmas tree, we can use a Christmas tree, or we can completely change the size of icons so that we can have a complete kill switch, that would be super awesome. Right now, we're limited to just the size of icons that Apple lists, and we're limited by favorites and rooms, and that shouldn't just be the case. We should have more access to using widgets and things that would actually help us in our personalized nature of how we live in our homes. We shouldn't just be focusing on devices, we should have complete control of what we want our smart home dashboard to look like. Whether that's adding an upcoming bill, the weather in our community, or what we want to play on Spotify, that would be awesome, and I hope it comes in future editions of the HomeKit platform. Item number 5 on the wish list, Spotify compatibility. Come on, Apple. We need Spotify compatibility. I don't want to use Apple Music. I've been using Spotify since you had to use a VPN to access it from Sweden. Seriously, I want to use Spotify. That's my platform of choice. I want to use it on my HomePod. I want to use it in HomeKit. And I already use it on my iPhone. And I heard Spotify is willing to work with you, Apple, so please take them up and let's get this implemented straight into HomeKit. That's reason number 5. Number 6 on the wish list. I want more camera features. I have a Eufy pan and tilt camera, and I can't even pan and tilt it in the Home app. I have to go to the Eufy app to be able to access those controls. I'm sure it could be easily implemented, and we could take advantage of these pan and tilt features, which adds a great level of security. Also, I wish we could have a default home cam view so that we can see a multi-view camera. If we have 4 cameras, we can all see a live view from one screen. Aaron Pierce again has an application called HomeCam that I actually won in a Reddit giveaway that I use so I can do this feature. But I think it should be built in, and there should be more camera features. Not all cameras support two-way talk. Not all cameras support default responses. These are great things that could be added easily that other players are already doing in the smart home community. Just add it to the software. It shouldn't be too difficult. Everyone else is already doing it. Let's catch up, Apple. And number 7 on today's wish list is going to be push notifications. Yes, if you have a water leak sensor, you can get a critical notification. Yes, you can get some motion detection notifications from a camera, but I want more than that. If I leave my door unlocked for a period of 30 minutes or more, I want to know that the door is unlocked so that I can lock it and secure my home. If I accidentally leave the garage door open for more than 10 minutes, please send me a notification. I know you can work these things in because I've done it using apps like Pushcut, but I want these native controls through the Home app so that I can customize my home exactly to my liking. By adding more push notifications, you're just helping the user experience and adding more safety protocols, which is a good thing. So Apple, please take me up on all of these items on the wish list. I would encourage you to do it, and I'm sure you're going to have some happy customers from it. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, please drop it a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope that these items are going to be able to be implemented into future versions of HomeKit. But like I said, I'm very happy with how HomeKit currently stands. I think it's great on privacy, great on security, and I have a great user experience. However, there's these hacks and add-ons, and looking at applications like HomeKit, we have a long way to go. People like Hoobs and Homebridge and Home Assistant, they all add these additional features, which we could already access, but we just need to add them natively into HomeKit, and that would secure the deal for me. There's only room for improvement at this point, and I'm sure Apple will do that. I can't wait to see what happens in HomeKit in the next upcoming years, and I'm a HomeKit user for the time being, and I hope to still be in the next 5 years or so. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.